Or you can get distracted in the game so easily. But you have to go to the rift and do the side quests. Just here to meet some people, ask for some random little quests and whatnot.
Sibyl Stentor has a grasp of magical theory that I would never have expected from a human, even a Breton.
You are free to leave.
Please, don't interrupt the court.
I swear to you, unnatural magics are coming from that cave. There are strange noises and lights. We need someone to investigate.
Then we will immediately send out a legion to scour the cave and secure the town. Hafingar's people will always be safe under
Your
my
Eminence,
rule.
my scrying has suggested nothing in the area. Dragon Bridge is under Imperial control. This is likely superstitious nonsense.
Perhaps a more tempered reaction might be called for?
Oh, yes, of course, you were right. Falk, tell Captain Aldous I said to assign a few extra soldiers to Dragon Bridge.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. What about the...
I will have someone take care of the cave. It is well, Varnius. You can rest easy. You're dismissed. Do you have business with the court? You mean the Dragon Bridge issue? I'll be honest with you. I was planning to let that go. Varnius is a bit jumpy at the best of times. There have been reports of weird happenings near Wolfskull Cave. Travelers disappearing, odd lights. I suspect wild animals, or perhaps bandits. I don't think it's worth our time with the war going on. But if you want to clear out the cave, I'll make sure you're repaid for your work. Feel free to return to me with
If you
questions.
have business, please see Falk Firebeard, my steward. Be well.
Please address
Pray to
all
the sun
questions to the
and my
steward,
husband.
Falk Firebeard.
If I needed something from you, you would know it. Nothing. I'm busy, and I don't like being bothered unless I'm expecting something from you. Oh, don't give me that look. Fine, I suppose I can find some menial task to set your mind on. We have something of a vampire problem. Bodies have been found with blood drained.
Actually, the vampire
I know
as
of
well.
a den nearby you can wipe out as a precaution. I don't expect you to be capable of even that. Vampires are clever hunters. More clever than you, definitely.
Shut up.
Oh, hello. Just tidying up.
The working girl. Store. You can press her dial to tell me that she's dead, pretty much.
Out with it. Yes? Not my finest hour. Rogvir was a fine and honorable man. Sometimes you just do what needs to be done. You don't have to hate a man to kill him. Though, admittedly, it helps. Their aim could be steadier, but they're battle-ready. Can any man hope to be ready for a dragon? I can but hone their skills and harden their hearts. The rest is up to the gods. That I am. Train the recruits. turn boys into men. That sort of thing. Thinking of asking the general for some training books. Give the soldiers something to do while they're on rest. Something besides drinking. Ever seen a book called The Mirror? We used to hand it out to boys looking to learn basic shield work. Good on you. Generally posting information is need to know only. I've been trying to find the time and place to let her know. The daughter was sent to Whiterun. The skirmishes there have been violent. The Whiterun legate, he needed to know the Stormcloak positions. He sent out a party to scout the area. They happened upon a large force. I'm told none of them made it back. Private Morard, Angela's daughter, was in that scouting party. She needs to be told.
Alright, I will tell her. Don't worry. I'll tell her the sad news. We, the children, are having fun.
You were there for Rogvir's execution. Perhaps, but necessary. My cousin Fura is somewhere out there in Skyrim right now, fighting Ulfric Stormcloak and his damned insurrectionists. She wouldn't have to be there at all if it weren't for Rogvir. And my aunt wouldn't have to worry about her daughter. You really don't know? He lets Ulfric Stormcloak escape Solitude. Ulfric rides in, murders the High King, and Rogvir lets him ride right back out.
People to see and places to go, huh?
Later.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're... It's good to see a fresh face. You wouldn't have happened to come. You got Aldous to tell you something. I knew you would. What did he say? I told her. I told her the Imperial army would kill her. That this was a war of Jarls and Imperial generals, and we had no part in it. She just wouldn't hear it. It was brave of you to come to me with this. I can't thank you for it, not for this. But you have done me a service.
Okay, and all the way to the Rift then. Bloody hell, there's still so many dungeons left. It's the heavy armor, right? Or the light? Probably heavy, this one. I don't know. That's pretty shit at this point for me. The one that I currently have is much better.
Some fresh... Perfect, just perfect. These should help keep my stock fresh for quite a while. And as promised, here's my trade. Hope you like it. Thanks again for...
I think I already learned that place. The spell, I mean.
Ice Raised Teeth.
Protect yourself,
The mirror, I don't care. Malboro słodzie, huh? I guess they wouldn't have to happen to have Daedra hard on them, right? It won't hurt to check.
Let me know if you see anything you like.
You here for let... Take a look.
Yeah, nobody ever had fucking Nether house.
Yes, goodbye.
Yes, goodbye. Yeah, okay, but I remember the Dagon Shrine, right? So it's over here. Yep. Like, let's go from Dim Hollow Crypt over there. Let's kill some Dremoras. I really hope I can reach it on my own. I don't have to use Skyrim horse. Yeah, it seems like I might be able. Nice. Just in case, let's be ready already. You never know what might be up there. Oh, the shrine is right over here. Silly me. Alright, that's the quest. The Mortal Museum. Or the All-Star Museum. And time to travel to Katla's farm and take the carriage to Dawnstar. Right.
What's the hurry?
You got business at the stables? If you're heading, work hard for the future. That's what I'm here for. Good enough for me. It's the one with the saddle.
Yeah, okay. Good enough for me as well.
Neither. I can take you to... Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off. Oh, steady.
There we go. Oh, there was some red mountain flowers, but whatever. Ooh, that's really good, I know. Fuck, I should probably use the enhanced ones then. Just sell them, you know.
Divine's sake, Skald. Who do you think we're threatening with our old war wounds? We're not soldiers anymore.
Your man Auric is wearing his old Legion armor. What should I make of that?
He's proud of his service, Skald. The Legion taught us loyalty, and we're loyal to Dawnstar.
This isn't over. I catch you sending one letter to General Thomas. I'll have you both executed.
Right. This should be good. Get him! Kill him!
dragon. Fucking froze the dragon, man.
Don't hurt me.
He's gonna use a stupid bird again. Fucking dragon. Dragon is going down. My, a lot tougher. See, even tougher than the blood dragons.
My duty is to guard the barracks.
In all my years, I've never seen such a thing. Really dead then?
It's like the ancient legends.
Hell yeah.
Never seen such.
You're wrong to come here, stranger. No rest in Dawnstar. Everyone here is having nightmares. I have miners tripping over their own feet from lack of sleep. I heard there was a priest of Mara who was supposed to be looking into it. We'll see if anything comes of that. That would be Jarl Skald the Elder. He's over in the White Hall, probably talking about Ulfric like he's the second coming of Talos. Your ancestors wouldn't want this, Silas.
Why should I hide from it? This is my family's legacy.
It's the past. Dead oaths on dead lips. Let it stay there.
The museum is opening, Medina.
I beg you, don't go into Silas's museum. Silas comes from one of the oldest families in Dawnstar. They have a complicated history. Several of his ancestors belonged to the Mythic Dawn, the cult that almost destroyed Tamriel. His family's involvement was only found out well after the crisis had died down, but it still ruined their reputation. They were outcasts. And now Silas is back, and this museum to the Mythic Dawn is his way of trying to rebuild his family's pride. It's misguided.
They killed the Emperor.
That museum is a mistake.
And here comes my first visitor. The Museum of the Mythic Dawn is open, friend. And here you are. Good. Come in. Browse the display and let's talk. I have a job you look perfect for. Let's talk inside.
Alright. Accept your invitation.
Feel free to look around. Come talk to me when you're ready to discuss the tapestry. Did you have any questions about the museum? Or would you rather talk business? A little history first. After the Oblivion Crisis, a number of groups cropped up dedicated to wiping out the remnants of the Mythic Dawn. One of these groups found Mehrunes' razor, the artifact of Dagon. They split it into 3 fragments and pledged to keep them apart forever. That was almost 150 years ago, and the pieces are still being kept by the descendants of that group, and they're right here, in Skyrim. At least 2 of the owners, Gunzel and Draskua, are dangerous marauders.
I killed Gunzel.
And the 3rd owner, Jorgen, I only know he lives in Morthal. Here are my notes about them. I'll gladly pay you for getting the pieces any way you can. No questions asked. Look at them. The legendary sharpness of a Daedric weapon. Marvelous.
1,000 gold for.
And here's your payment for the shards. We just need the hilt and the pommel now. Good luck finding the fragments. What is it? Do you... Ah, an excellent question. Mehrunes Dagon is the Daedric Lord of Change, Destruction, and Ambition.
Yeah, I heard something else.
Dagon's mythic dawn cult killed the Septim Dynasty and opened the Oblivion Gates into Tamriel. They called it the Oblivion Crisis. I'll just be tending the museum if you need me.
Yeah, okay. Mortal one should be prestige. It's over there. Oh, yeah, let's do it. Armored trolls. I picked this one already regrew.
If you've business with the Jarl, I'd ask that you speak to me first.
Oh, that's better. I beat him up. Here again.
You're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be here.
Fuck you. Okay. Wait for him to come out of the hidey hole.
Here for work. The mill is my responsibility. Don't know what you're talking about, stranger. I've heard of him. My father had suspicions about his connection to the Mythic Dawn. Guess they were
Holy crap, strong.
I don't need this. My family wasted 8 generations keeping that razor safe from a dead cult. As far as I care, it can stay locked in my house. I don't care, but my ancestors do. You can't have it. The Vines know the mill could use some new blades. All right, it's yours. Here's the keys. It's locked in the chest inside my house. The world's going mad, and our Jarl does what? She hides inside with her visions. We need a leader, not some mystic. Trust you saw the house that burned down. Peculiar bit of business that was. And that's on top of noises from the marsh in the night, tales of monsters, and now this wizard in our midst. What's a man to do if he can't look to his Jarl for help? How can I? She never speaks with us. She's allowed this wizard, Falcon, to live in our midst practicing gods know what. And now there's talk of rebellion and dragons? What help could Idgrad be against them? No. We can only rely on ourselves. You do well to remember that. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay, paid for this one. I'll take your gold as well. How about that? It's all the way in the fucking reach, huh? Alright, time we explore Markard a little bit. Should probably really get that enhanced crossbow, to be honest.
What am I supposed to do? Never leave the house? You want that?
Oh yeah. Let's get an enhanced crossbow now when I know about the armor and shit. So first let's bring this to him. Tower of Down. It's rumored to be cursed. There's such a place. You see such a place. Yeah, let's give him the part so it doesn't confuse me.
I've had to be... Did you try the grip? Here's your... There's only the pommel left to collect. Exciting, isn't it?
I really call it exciting, but what wrong? Yes, it was more.
Good. This is fine for now, but we can't... It's no war maidens, but I've got a decent supply. Fight bravely, friend.
Still.
Our sense of what's right is what separates us from the vampires. Don't forget.
Okay.
We'll stop these monsters. It's no war maidens, but I've got a decent supply. Take care of yourself.
Wait, where the fuck is my crossbow? I really accidentally stole it. Guess I did.
How can I help? It's no war maidens, but I've got a decent supply.